gentlemen, it's time for the Radio Freaks.
Hello, freaks!
Russian roulette is bareback sex with 6 chicks and one of them has AIDS.
Ooh, Hustler magazine. I finally get to see what a vagina looks. Oh God! Oh my God!
You don't have to do any work. Clock in and sit down. Why do you call yourself stupid for 2 hours?
And any guest you can get on this show, you should consider a special guest.
I'm a horrible fucking human being. I'm seriously going to hell.
Brian, why does everything you touch turn to garbage?
We're completely just fucking self-destructing. Welcome to the Radio Freaks, RadioFreaks.tv. We're back with another week of podcasty goodness for your ear holes. I'm Brian, and Tony's back too.
Hello, everybody.
Brand new mixing board. You were gone for like a month between our weeks off and the weeks that you missed.
You're welcome, listeners.
I don't know if you're back from your microphone or what, but I can barely hear you.
Oh, yeah? Is that better?
Which is almost kind of like you were before, during the entire month you were gone.
Is that better? I don't know. I can't.
No, you're still a little bit quiet.
What the fuck?
It just sounds like you're sitting back off the microphone. It sounds like you're not on top of the microphone, that's all.
Is that better?
A little bit.
I don't know what's going on.
Anyway, on tonight's show, she will be part of Headquarters Gentlemen's Club's 11th anniversary tomorrow night in New York City. The beautiful Samantha Saint will be joining us. Big John and his partners celebrating 11 years up there at Headquarters Gentlemen's Club. And if you've never been up there, very cool place. You should definitely make the pilgrimage one of these days if you haven't been up there. Speaking of people that need to make the pilgrimage,
Yeah, I know.
one of these days we'll get you out here.
Yeah, I got plenty of free time now.
Well, I wasn't going to bring that up on the air, but okay, sure. It'll be alright.
Oh yeah, no, I got this show, so I'll be fine.
And you got your show, so there's that. You got that going for you.
Big bucks, let me tell you.
Shit. Samantha Saint will be at Headquarters Gentlemen's Club tomorrow night as part of their 11th anniversary with all of the excitement that's going to be going on up there. The beautiful Stormy Daniels will be joining her, so that'll be very cool. Two very hot ladies celebrating Headquarters Gentlemen's Club's 11th anniversary. And they're doing an amateur... What the Did you just throw all your shit on your desk and say fuck it?
No, why?
No. It just sounded like you just threw your headphones across the table.
What, that?
Yeah. I don't know what you
muting
did.
myself.
You're what?
That's my mute button. Well, that's not good.
Yeah, whatever that was, it sounded like you just threw your headphones across the table.
I need to get a ground for this. A few other things. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
They will also be having an amateur contest tomorrow night, an amateur night contest. And if you're interested in doing that, you could walk away with $500 cash money. I mean, obviously not you, because you're a guy.
And everyone would get violently ill and leave.
But, if you have a chick, or if you are a chick, if you're listening to this and you are a woman and you want to go up there and participate in the amateur portion of the evening, you could win $500. So that's pretty cool.
That's not small change.
No.
I could use it.
I'm just gonna say I could use $500 right now.
Well, why is that, Brian?
Easy. Easy. Not all of us are throwing shit out on the air. Easy.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about, dude.
Let's see. What the is there? Let's all just sit and listen to the siren. Is there a crime spree going on there?
Someone's driving by. Hopefully, someone's dead.
Actually, that was a fire. Actually, this is where I show my geek side. That was a fire truck, not a police car. So.
Oh, thank you. Everyone's now smarter that you told us that.
Yes. Not so much. Yeah, that's my life, folks. Anyway, if you want to keep up on what's going on with the show, like our Facebook page, facebook.com/theradiofreaks. And a bunch of you do already, because we got some very nice comments from our pals, Uncle Eddie and No Fate, former co-host of this here program, who mentioned they really enjoy the new graphic that we put up this week, courtesy of your pal Tony.
Well, thank you.
So that was very nice.
So if anybody likes my work, and would like to maybe work with me,
if you're looking for
a website or anything, got some money you want to spend on some graphic design or web design or any kind of marketing, branding, go to vllcity.co because I need the work.
Yes. Let's help poor Tony out. Let's get him some work. If you happen to need some graphic design work, some website design work, whatever you need, some branding for your company. Good. He is. I mean, look at the graphics for this show.
And I half-passed those. Just like I half-assed the show. So just think what I could do if I was actually trying.
I know,
for you.
Shit.
Couple weeks, my friend. Been a rough couple weeks.
Yes.
A lot of shit going on. In my life, in your life, in other people's lives.
Yeah, lots of stuff.
It's been a weird month already.
If you are not a fan of the Facebook, like Mr. Tony, because I had to screenshot the comments and send them to him because he doesn't even exist on Facebook.
Nope, never will anymore.
Only exists on the Twitter, which is weird for a guy who's selling his services doing branding, no?
I mean, I guess I get your point, but I don't really sell services on Twitter.
Not exactly the conversation to be having on the air, but I figured since we were on the topic, but...
Yeah, no, probably not.
Follow us on Twitter, twitter.com/theradiofreaks. Follow Tony on Twitter @TrashCanLives. You can follow me on Twitter @WoodFloorLiquor. And don't forget to check out Tony's solo project with Montez, Anticast, which now broadcasts live while you're at the club every Saturday night.
Yep.
Anticast.live.
Yeah.
And
see how much longer that website stays up.
You weren't smart enough to pay for it like a year in advance?
Let's see.
Okay.
Oh no, yeah, I did, I think.
I was gonna say, even I'm not that dumb.
But the hosting's monthly, so.
Well, that might be an issue. I'm sure we could figure something out.
God, just fucking kill me now. It's all over, man. It's all over. Game over, man. Game over.
Game over, man. Anyway. So, yes. It's a very interesting week. I have often this week pinched myself and wondered if this is real life.
I don't think you're alone, sir.
I just... these last 2 weeks, really. But
I know, it's been very weird for everybody.
Very much the last week. It's been weird.
Let's just say Brian's got a huge announcement. Could be about the show, could be about his personal life. I'll never tell.
Really?
Could be about anything.
Really?
And I'll leave... What? A lot of changes going on in the radio world. Who knows what's going to happen?
We discussed that, we weren't going to say anything until we had something in place. And that's not going to happen until later on in the year.
Oh.
Because I don't even know
something was definitely put in place, if you know what I'm saying.
I don't... I don't know if he wants us talking about that yet or what.
What?
I don't know if he wants us talking about certain things yet or what.
Oh, no. Well, I mean, I'm okay. I see what you're doing here. I wasn't even talking about that, but...
I know.
You're just trying to avoid what I'm actually...
It's called deflection, you cocksucker. Look it up.
I know what it means. I just don't want... Hey.
Shit. So for those of you that have been living under a rock, if you're listening to this show, chances are you probably know who Opie and Anthony are. They were a vast inspiration for many of us to start doing what is now known as podcasting. Back then, when I started doing it, it was internet radio. And now, in the last, 2 years ago, they pretty much parted ways because some people say because of Anthony's behavior on Twitter. If you're listening to SiriusXM, that's their take on it. Some people say Opie didn't fight for Anthony. I don't believe that. I believe, at least in small part, I believe he probably fought for him. To what extent, I don't know. I'm not Opie. I don't know. In the last 3 weeks, the Opie and Jimmy show has imploded.
Boy, has it.
So that's not happening anymore. That was the follow-up show to the Opie and Anthony show. And you'll notice we don't like generally to talk about the Opie and Anthony show on here because people are like, oh, they're just fanboys talking about Opie and Anthony. Look, it's news, all right?
For our community, yes, I guess it is news.
We've tried to avoid talking about the entire situation, but this is too big to fucking ignore. This week, yesterday as a matter of fact, I believe it was, Opie's now doing an afternoon show. He just started it yesterday.
It's Opie's Afternoon Attitude. Is
that what they're officially calling it?
No, I saw somebody made it on Twitter and I was laughing.
That's funny. I like that. Anthony, of course, does his show in the afternoon from 4 to 6. So apparently, and I gotta say, fucking brilliant on the part of E-Rock and Keith DeCop. I really have to say kudos to those two gentlemen.
For sure.
Because to do what nobody else was able to accomplish was fucking amazing.
I mean, it only took 2 years, but
they accomplished what most people suggested was impossible, including the two parties involved.
True.
Although I did find out during that conversation yesterday that apparently brother Joe, Anthony's brother Joe, and Opie's brother Brett, who of course runs F.H. Riley's, 400 New York Avenue in the heart of Huntington Village, where Debbie and I spend time every year in March celebrating St. Patrick's Day. We never see the fucking parade, but we have a great time hanging out at F.H. Riley's. And Brett always takes very good care of us. Not to turn this into a commercial for Brett or F.H. Riley's, but really stand up guy, and I think that needs to be said. So between brother Joe and Brett, they were talking about how Anthony and Opie needed to have an intervention, basically. The two of them needed to get into the same room and have a conversation. And while that is yet to happen, the next best thing happened. And that would be that the boys actually talked for the first time in 2 years, which was baffling.
Well, and it was live on air too. I think that was the best way to do it.
Yeah, and then it was live on air.
Because I mean, we all want to hear it anyways. If they would have sat down and got a beer and talked in private and then relayed it to us over, the next day's show or whatever separately, that would have sucked.
Well, it would have been tainted with, and again, it's none of our fucking business. Honestly, as listeners, it's none of our fucking business.
But it
really
is.
Boils down to the friendship of two friends or former friends, and the listeners obviously are secondary to the fact that they need amongst themselves to figure this the fuck out.
The listeners tell you otherwise, even though you are a listener. But
you know what? That's my opinion as a listener. So
you're a little different than most of the ONA fans, if you realize.
I do. I seem to be a little bit more level-headed, and although I like to think that I have more of a close relationship with those two guys than the average listener as well, I like to think that I'm a lot more level-headed than the average listener. If you think about it,
the average ONA listener are mentally ill.
Well,
let's
I
be
know
real.
that the former pests are.
Definitely.
They said back in the beginning of the XM era, they said one of these days they will eat their own and they will turn on us. And for better or worse, they pretty much have. Anthony's got his supporters, Opie's got his supporters, although they, if people are to be believed, that's dwindling rapidly. Jimmy has his followers that can't stand either one of those guys. It's a fucking mess.
We have no followers.
Yeah, well, there's that.
We have a bunch of listeners who hate us.
We don't have
both of us equally.
We don't have listeners who hate us. Stop it.
Only me.
But yeah, so we got to hear yesterday. So I guess Opie tried to call Anthony, and it wasn't going through. I guess Anthony made the joke that SiriusXM has blocked the number for the studio from being dialed from that building. I don't think that's the case. I think it was probably some sort of technical error. Then Anthony got word, or Keith got word, I should say, and they called SiriusXM.
Well, because Anthony had done Jimmy and Sam's show that same day, I believe.
Yeah, and I have yet to hear that yet.
Yeah, you gotta catch up, dude. I gotta listen to Opie's show today, but.
Well, I gave you the link. Plus, there's a YouTube link out there that Opie mashed both phone calls up, and it's pretty good.
Yeah, I watched it. Yeah.
But I have to listen to Anthony calling Sam and Jim's show, and but just hearing the two of them talk, they immediately fell back into having a good time and laughing and jabbing at each other.
It was great.
And I'm sure it did a lot of people's heart good to hear the two of them joking as though no time had passed.
It's also very ironic that Paul Mercurio was on Anthony's show.
Well, that was the first thing I noticed. Yeah.
While they had their reunion.
The fact that, Voss always seems to be there, but
that was the other thing, too, was great because it helped them bond together by his stupidity.
Yes.
His stupidity brought them back together.
The fact that Mercurio was there was just icing on the cake. So,
people don't know.
Yes, Paul Mercurio, for those that don't know, was... I don't know, are you typing something?
Yeah.
Oh. Your microphone must be really close to your keyboard or just really powerful at picking shit up. Because it sounds like you're pounding on your microphone. This is why, I'm just going to say, show prep.
I know.
But...
You can't even hear me now.
I can hear you now.
Is it fine?
I hear you okay, yeah.
Sound better? Okay, good.
So, those of you that don't know who Paul Mercurio is or why he's important to this story, Paul Mercurio was the one who was involved with Sex for Sam 3, which eventually got Opie and Anthony thrown off of terrestrial radio. They did an event where they had couples go out or across New York City to have sex in public places for points for each place that they were having sex. And on the list, as a lark, was listed a church. Any church. A church. And Paul Mercurio and the couple in question, who I believe the guy's dead. I think he died of a heart attack, didn't he?
I have no idea, but that would be hilarious.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, he died during the trial.
I hope the wake was in the fucking that same church.
He passed away, but Paul Mercurio and the couple were in the church, and they decided to go to St. Patrick's Cathedral, of all places, the holiest of holy churches in New York City, if you're a Catholic. And because it was broadcast on the air, it did not go over well with the FCC. It did not go over well with the Catholic Church, and yeah.
And so they got fired. And Opie was pretty. I think he was pretty vocal about his. He was pretty mad at Paul Mercurio.
Yes.
Didn't want him back on the show ever.
Paul Mercurio now is the warm-up comic for The Late Show with Stephen Colbert.
Oh, really?
I didn't know if you knew that.
Did not know that.
So Paul landed on his feet.
yeah. I mean, that's a pretty good gig.
He's not doing too bad for himself these days. So just to hear the two of them, I kind of wish. I agree with you that I think that Mercurio and Voss being there added an element of levity to the situation.
It also made it less awkward.
And that's it. And at one point, Voss even tried to draw the conversation back to the two of them.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I've seen reports, although I didn't think so, I've seen reports where people seem to think that Mercurio was trying to sabotage the conversation. Huh. I didn't think that, but all right.
I was thinking this was all planned when this happened.
Well, there's been other people that also
there's been conspiracy theories for sure
that this is all a work.
This has been a work for 2 years.
Right. I don't think so. I really don't.
We'll never know. That's the great thing.
I can tell you.
Theater of the mind.
I can tell you with fair certainty that it absolutely was not a work. And here's why I say that. I was at the compound, present for the show, when he was still doing the shows from the compound and not the studio. Present for the show with Ralph Sutton and bless you.
You heard that?
Yeah.
How'd you hear that? I turned my mic off. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You can hear me talking right now.
You can listen back to the replay, but yeah.
How's that possible?
I don't know how that's possible. All I can tell you is I can hear you. Again, 2 words. Show prep.
Wait, am I talking into my microphone?
Is this real life? Yes, you're talking into your microphone.
Or am I using my fucking Skype audio? If I've been using my Skype audio this whole time, I'm gonna fucking throw my computer. But go on, sorry.
It's gonna take you another fucking month to get another fucking replacement.
I've been using my fucking built-in microphone. Oh,
nice.
I'm such an idiot.
That explains why it doesn't sound like you're up on top of the microphone. Oh, holy shit, hopping horseshit.
Is that better?
Oh, that is exponentially better.
Jesus Christ, I'm a fucking idiot.
Yeah, you are. I'm not going to argue with you there.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Okay,
yes.
Good. Wow, I am fucking so stupid. Wow. I'm really... all right. Continue with the story. Holy shit.
I just want to continue to smash you now.
Right, now, okay, let me press my mute button again. Does it sound all crazy?
I don't know. If you're muted now, I didn't hear a goddamn thing.
God damn it! I'm so fucking dumb. All right, continue. Fucking blow my brains out.
I'm just gonna say this for the last time. Show prep.
That's not even show prep. That's just me being fucking dumb. I
No,
wouldn't even
it's show
realize
prep
it
because if
regardless.
you called me more than 3 minutes before the beginning of the show, we could have worked all this shit off air.
Yeah, good point. Okay, all right. All right, you gonna fucking yell at me some more?
I'm not
God,
yelling.
I'm fucking
yelling at you.
I'm Brian Shells over here. They might be done, but we're not, buddy. We're not. I'm moving to afternoons.
Oh shit.
Shut up, Fear.
So that's where I was going with that, actually, is that Peyton Sinclair and Ralph Sutton were in studio the day that Greg Shells happened and Human Piece of Garbage happened. And I will tell you, from the look on Anthony's face and the attitude afterwards, that absolutely was not a work of any kind.
I would imagine not, no.
So
He was generally upset.
Yes.
But then you get over shit. Now the Jimmy and Opie thing and Sam thing too, because if you listen to when you listen, they're pretty vocal about too, and they're taking jabs at Opie now too, which is strange to me. But what are you gonna do? They're just being honest about how they feel about the situation, and that's fine.
Well, that's weird to me too. I'm hearing an echo of myself now.
Well, God damn it!
Yeah. Are you hearing an echo of me when I talk?
No.
All right. Now it seems to have gone away. Oh, no, it's still there. It's just intermittent. God, I hope that's not going on the main recording.
I don't hear it on my end.
Test. No, it's definitely... I'm looking at the waveforms. It's definitely coming out in the main audio.
Oh, great.
So... What's weird to me is that not only are mommy and daddy fighting, but the kids are getting involved.
Yeah.
So it's weird to watch. It was bad enough when Anthony left because everybody that was working at SiriusXM, whether they wanted to or not, and I don't know who wanted to and who did not, so I can't speak on that. But everybody stayed loyal to Ope because he had the channel. They were all working for the company. They didn't have a choice. But it's interesting to watch the lines being drawn now. Between, Sam has mentioned that Opie got more distant from him, even, and they were like best of friends. I know their girls were really good friends.
Yeah.
So that's interesting.
They all seem happier now, though. Like when you listen to Opie's new show, he sounds just calm as fuck. He's having a good time. So same with Sam and Jimmy.
Maybe this is just truly what needed to happen.
It seems that way.
It's sad, but maybe this is truly what needed to happen.
Yeah, I mean,
and it's sad from a listener's perspective.
Everything
People
comes
that
to an end,
genuinely
but now we have three new shows to listen to instead of one.
Right, and that's an alternative way of looking at it. Not
like
everybody's
8 hours of shows a day now instead of 3.
Not everybody's going to look at it that way, only because the fact
they're mentally ill.
Well, no, because they
Self-centered
enjoyed
listeners.
the original product. That's all.
Oh yeah, but I mean, everyone liked the original iPhone, but now that shit fucking sucks.
Well,
and then they hate the new one because it doesn't have a certain thing, but they still buy it anyways.
I can tell you I enjoyed the Samsung Galaxy S5 or 4 I had. I didn't have the 5. Then I went right to the 6. I don't like the 6. But the 7, the Note 7 blows up in your hand, so there's that.
Well, yeah. But it's the same thing. Again, everybody likes the original, and then they'll hate the new one, but for some reason it's the same thing. It's like they hate the new shit, but they just listen to it anyways.
Right.
They're just consumers in the end.
Well, and I think that there's a lot of haters listening too. There seems to be.
Yeah.
They seem to be very well informed for people that hate the product.
Again, mental illness.
So, I don't know. I did not. So, Fierce saying in the chat room, He's saying a lot of things in the chat room. And this is why you really should hang out in the chat room. RadioFreaks.tv if you're not in the chat room. Fierce says, Skype audio sounds nice and tin canish. Well, he fixed it. It's fine now. Sam's just a cunt. Again, Sam's never been anything but nice to me. The echo, yeah, it's going on air. Did go away. Did you watch the video Opie put up of the call? I started watching it while I was waiting for Stupid to join the Skype call tonight. And it's Anthony's on the phone audio. I would have loved for him to have taken a few more minutes, and I'm sure it probably would have taken a lot more than a few more minutes. But to chop up the audio from Anthony's side and insert it into it so it was almost like radio quality from both sides, I'm sure that would have taken some time to do, but somebody could have done it. Fear says he looked so disinterested and couldn't give a fuck was all over his face. Again,
I think if you watch any Opie video, he usually has that look.
That's kind of where I was going. Is that seems to be his look when he's doing radio, and he can do that because it's radio. You can't see his face. It's on the Opie radio channel video both sides. Oh, it's on YouTube. So Opie's been tweeting it out. So I was watching it. I had to stop because we had to do this show, but just that's what Opie does. If you've watched other videos, it's not that he's not interested. It's just that because he's on the radio, he doesn't have to look interested, especially if he's on the phone with somebody. He can look at whatever he wants to. I think that's just like
and also, he wasn't thinking, "Oh, I'm on camera right now."
Right. I think it's a radio guy thing. They know they're on the radio. They know people generally can't see him. So.
Fear's one of the Redditors. Fucking big bag. He probably posted like, anybody else see? He looks disinterested. Wow, maybe it is a work.
Me. There's my angry typing guy.
Well, I'm glad. Opie had Rich Voss on. He had Kenny on a bunch today.
I'm glad that conversations at least have started.
Yeah.
Where this will go from here, Lord only knows. Are they getting back together? I highly doubt it.
I highly doubt it too. Yeah.
Would it be nice to see them do something together in the future? Absolutely. Will that happen? Lord only knows. It certainly will not be the Opie and Anthony show ever again. That's done and dead and your mom's box as far as that's concerned. But there you go, you assholes. As far as that's concerned, that's done. But it would be nice. Some people have suggested that they continue their on-air talks and build it into promoting some sort of joint project later on down the line. And it's also a good opportunity for them to individually promote what they're doing. It's not a terrible idea.
No.
So a million different possibilities with this whole thing.
How about fucking write that book already?
Well, yeah. Well, that takes a lot of time and patience as well.
This is like three. This whole 2 years has been like 5 chapters. I don't know why I care about a book. I like to fucking read, but still. They've been talking about fucking writing books for how many Jesus. How many years?
I don't read nearly as much as I should. So there's that. I would probably wait for the video adaptation if it were me, but
the private parts of One. Oh, great. Yeah, that'll happen.
That's probably not going to happen, though.
I doubt it.
Yeah, I would highly doubt that.
I was surprised when that movie got made. Even though I fucking love Private Parts. That's one of my favorite movies. It's a great movie.
So yeah. It'll be interesting to see what happens. It'll be interesting to see how everything plays out.
Just it kind of feels like I'm curious. When, like something hurt, like something hurts and it finally like stops, like the pain goes away. It's just like, okay, phew. Oh, it's just like a relief. Like, all right, can we all just go back? Can we all just stop talking about it now? Can everybody shut the fuck up?
I would like to see them continue to talk, but I don't know if even that's going to happen. But at least this puts some sort of closure.
This
on
was
the
like
entire
a good,
situation.
like, okay, they talked finally now. I'm sure we're here. Maybe, down the line they'll probably get together. And
But that's the thing. One of them was waiting for the other one to call. So I'm wondering whether in 6 months from now it will be, well, I don't know what happened. The asshole didn't call me.
yeah, you know what? That could happen. Like, yeah, I made the effort, had my new show, and blah, 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 or whatever.
And I'm not even going to say who's going to say that because I really don't know. But from one side to the other, it could be either way.
That's a good point.
Either one of them could say it. I don't. Well, asshole didn't fucking call me. We said we were going to, talk, but we didn't talk.
So fuck him again.
So fuck him again. And here we go for another 2 years.
Then I'd kind of be like, all right, seriously, like I really start questioning the work aspect there.
Yeah.
I don't know. That could possibly happen though, but I doubt it. I mean, I don't know. But then again, I really I've made up with friends before, and I've never like over the phone or like the one time you accidentally run into them and you just be like, hey man, sorry about all that. Be cool.
Right.
And then we're not going to dinner like the next week.
Yeah, but how often do you really think that Opie and Anthony are in the same room together? So they've successfully avoided each other for the last 2 years, even so far as not going to Patrice's benefit.
Oh yes.
So I don't see them being in the same room together if they don't want to be in the same room together.
I don't need to. I don't want to hang out with any of my ex-girlfriends. Like, well, I'm cool with some of them, but I don't want to hang out with them.
Right, but you're saying if the only way that would be less awkward is if they ran into each other like you've done, and after a period of time.
I'm saying
hey,
that was just
cool.
like I didn't have to call them because people wanted me to. Like, but it's a similar situation.
Right.
Like, they're cool now. They seemed cool. They kind of buried the hatchet a little bit. So it's like, okay, well,
At least
I don't need
there's
to go.
closure. Right, there's closure for a lot of people.
Yeah, I don't need to go over to his house for his kid's birthday party now. Like,
I don't
cool,
think that
but-
kind of knowing the two of them and what's been said already. I don't.
Of
think
course,
that's
no.
ever
I
gonna
mean,
happen anyway.
I was just giving an example.
Anthony's already admitted that he's a shitty friend, and he's not going to people's houses or celebrating people's birthdays or that kind of shit. So, so I don't know. Who knows? But it's interesting to see what's going on.
Yeah, a lot of people are happy.
Yeah,
It's weird in a way.
I'm happy that they talked.
I know,
I'm
so
not
am
gonna
I.
lie.
I was actually very excited when I saw Twitter was blowing up, and I was in an Uber on the way somewhere, and I couldn't fucking.
And huge props to our good pal Big A, who, although I knew about it already, made sure he hit me up and made sure I knew what was going on and to turn on Anthony's show.
I told you too.
Yes, you and I talk all the time about that shit too. But I'm just giving props to Big A for
And he
looking
was
out
there.
for his buddies.
Was he there?
Huh?
Was he there?
Probably. Yeah.
Tearing up?
I don't know if
Does
he
he sleep?
tearing up.
Does he
That's a good
sleep on the
question.
couch there, like
No.
Dr.
he doesn't
Patty used to
sleep on
do?
the couch there. Stop it.
He's always there.
That's what I should have done. I should have invited him on to. Well, it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah. Who? Big A?
Yeah.
He's already got a podcast.
No, I get that.
He doesn't need
I'm
us.
just- No. I just was going to invite him on as somebody who was very close to the situation to give his thoughts on what was going on. But I'm sure some other people will exploit that anyway.
Who?
Just saying. Some other people will probably exploit that angle. And make it all about them because, ugh. Anyway.
I don't even. I've actually. I haven't been up to date on what's going on with that certain. It's been good. My anchor levels are down.
You've been focused on other shit.
That is true. I did get let go from my job, so.
Well, but now that that's out in the open.
I mean, I can't talk about it too much, especially on a recorded live podcast. But yeah, I got let go this week, so it's been fun.
I heard there's some openings at SiriusXM.
I made that joke already.
So? couldn't remake it?
Actually, there isn't, because I think since the show split up, they don't have any money to split between anybody.
You know, they well, that's the other thing that I was going to discuss, and it saddens me, but great shows have fallen by the wayside, and it's upsetting because people like the Eric Nagel show are now gone.
Maybe.
Likely, at least for now.
There's talks. He mentioned there's talks.
Who knows?
Well, he does. That's why he
could
mentioned
happen. I'm saying anything could happen. He, that show is at least temporarily gone. Sam's now doing mornings with Jim, so there's no need for him to do a separate show, although he was doing 50 fucking shows as it was.
Yeah.
I'm sure the Sam Roberts podcast will continue. Will continue, and the wrestling podcast will continue. But those were private projects anyway. But all the extraneous Sirius XM things are done. The only one left standing is our old pal, Dr. Steve, with Weird Medicine. And oddly enough, well, I'm not going to say that either because I don't know if I'm allowed to or not. But just Dr. Steve is fine.
So, the other one, you don't think you're allowed to mention the other one?
I don't know if that's public knowledge or not.
Gotcha.
So
fair enough.
Just to err on the side of caution, I'm going to keep my mouth shut.
Well, yeah, I mean, Sirius is paying Dr. Steve the big bucks. They got to keep him around, He's a big...
He wishes they were paying him the big bucks. Hell, I wish they were paying him the big bucks because then he could pay me to do some shit for him.
That's true. I do need a job. Dr. Steve, your website looking a little shitty. Just saying. WeirdMedicine.com could use a revamp.
I wonder how easy it would be for you to do that for him. I'm sure he would toss you some bucks to help him out with that. Maybe we can get that.
Hey, he's a fucking doctor. He's got to make some money.
Yeah, but that's the thing. He wouldn't take it out of his pocket, and he shouldn't have to.
Actually, it's not horrible.
Take it out of the Weird Medicine money.
It's not horrible.
But anyway. So there's that. So lots of things going on in the world, and who knows? I did not. So Fear is asking if we heard about Club Soda Kenny's issues. I did not hear about that. No.
Yeah, I have no idea. Oh, was that from? Did he talk about those on? I know he was on the Opie show today.
Yeah, I did not hear that yet.
I'm going to listen to that after this show. It's over.
Heard about Club Soda's PD issues. He might lose everything. No, I did not. I don't even know what that's even about. So, I know he used to be, I want to say West Orange Police Department.
We'll just call this show the One recap show.
Yeah, right.
Pretty much.
So,
yeah, definitely didn't hear about that.
Yeah, and that stinks if that's true. You never want to hear about anybody losing their stuff.
Well, I'm about to lose my stuff soon.
Yep, I was right. 22-year retiree of the West Orange Police Department. I was right.
Oh, well, give yourself a pat on the back. No. I mean, I guess we're talking about that show. We might as well.
Yeah. So, that's shitty.
Weird. It's been a weird month, man.
As creepy as Kenny is, he's... a nice guy would be going too far. He does his job, and he does it well. Let's just leave it at that.
Nice statue.
He, there's not been a time where I have been in his presence where he's not been, "Hello, Mr. Smith. Good to see you."
He's very scary when you go to Jim's
He's very
shows.
scary. You don't fuck with Club Soda Kenny. That's for damn
Just
sure.
he was selling merch and he was terrifying.
Just
He was totally no nonsense. He's like, "What shirt do you want?
Just the fact that he knows
$25.
exactly
Thank you."
who I am scares the shit out of me. Now, again, he's a former cop. He's security. It's his job to know who people are. However, to know me by name takes it to an extra level that I'm just a little creeped out by.
I'm sure you're put on one of the creepy fans who may do something lists.
I would like to think that I am not, sir. But who the fuck knows?
There might be a list.
There might be a list. Who knows?
And I'm sure we could name some people who are probably on that list.
Yeah, I can name a few people that are probably on that list.
Like possible
I would like to hope that I'm not on that list, but who the fuck
possible
knows?
O&A fan active shooters.
Oof. Yeah. So, I don't know. But, yeah. So, weird happenings going on. Who the fuck knows? I don't fucking know. And I consider myself to be fairly in the know, and I don't fucking know. So, who knows?
Stop saying no.
No. I'm not going to say no anymore. You know? Is that annoying yet? Some other news. You don't know about this, I don't think. I was talking to Teegan Presley on Twitter the other day.
Who the fuck is that?
Teegan Presley? Really? Have you never been to a porn website?
I have, but I don't look at the names.
No. Well, that's your problem.
I just look at what's going in what.
Teegan Presley was with.
Oh god!
What did you just say?
I just look at what's going in what and the skin color.
Wow. Oof.
Really shouldn't be doing those jokes when I'm on the job market.
Yeah, I'm just.
Fuck it.
Just saying.
Fuck it at this point.
So she was doing a live appearance with Alexis Texas at Club Risque in Philadelphia, and I went there for Shelly's birthday. She, my pal from Helium, she runs the desk at Helium, and it was her 50th birthday. So we went out there. That's what she wanted to do to celebrate her 50th birthday. Went out there to celebrate with her. Congratulations and happy birthday to Shelly. And while I was watching the presentation, as it were, the second appearance of Teegan Presley, and she was up there on the stage with Alexis Texas and was walking the bar, as these girls have want to do sometimes when they're feature dancing. Get right up in the guys' faces. And tried to walk over to the stage from the bar. The stage is separated by a 3-foot gap, maybe 4-foot gap, so that the bartenders can walk around the bar, and the stage is inside that gap.
I feel like I know where this is going.
And she took a step off the bar onto what she thought was the stage and face planted.
There has to be video.
I wish. There's no
Someone's got
video
video.
allowed. I'm sure there's video from the security cameras. I'm sure that's not going to be released.
It should be.
So
How many dudes white knighted her trying to help?
well, see, that's sorry. So that's kind of where I was going. Is I being in EMS, I was going to get up and offer to help, and I said to her on Twitter I was going to do that. I witnessed her fall. I hope she was okay. And I said, I work in EMS, and I thought
Hurry!
about running over there to help out.
Hurry! Are you okay, miss?
I
Let me do
sat
CPR
back.
on your pussy.
I sat my fat ass back down and decided not to get involved. And I was told by her, because I didn't think, honestly, they would have let me anywhere the fuck near her. Because, honestly, I wouldn't have let me anywhere near the fuck near her. But She says, no, considering the circumstances, they probably would have let you near me to help out. So now I kind of feel shitty about it because allegedly she's got a lacerated liver or something like that, and she had blood filling into her stomach and all sorts of other stuff.
Jesus Christ.
And she possibly a concussion. She wasn't allowed to fly for a few days. I believe she's probably back in LA now, but she wasn't allowed to fly for a few days. She was stuck in Philadelphia. It was a whole thing. So
sounds like she got beat up.
That stage is an unforgiving stage. So
we need to regulate strip club stages. My new cause I'm picking up.
So yeah.
Need to make those strip clubs safer, baby safe.
So
no
best of luck to Teegan Presley, who hopefully is on the mend. I'm sure we will see her at Exotica in November, which we will, of course, be covering again this year. Exotica, for those of you that don't know,
make strip clubs safe again. New slogan. You should start that. That'd be genius.
Exotica is a convention held every year at the New Jersey Expo Center, Convention and Expo Center up in Edison, New Jersey. Sponsored by all sorts of people in the industry. LA Direct Models, XBiz, just a bunch of Burning Angel, a bunch of people sponsor it. And you can go there and see all of your favorite adult film stars all in one place. It's kind of like AVN, but on a more local level. So it's really pretty cool. And if you're interested in going, it's November 4th through the 6th in Edison, New Jersey. For more information, go to njexoticaexpo.com. That's nj.exxxotica expo.com. And I will be there. I've got press passes already. We'll be there taking pictures, doing interviews like we do every year. So if you're planning on going, hit me up on Twitter, say hello. And
I will not be there.
No, Tony will not be there. You should come out, man. You got a month to figure this out.
I should.
I've got 2 passes.
Maybe I will do that. Let me check airfare.
Wouldn't be terrible.
Again, I got some time to kill.
I can certainly put you up for the time being, at least.
Oh, why? What's?
Shut your face!
What do you mean by that?
I swear to God, I will drive all the way the fuck out there just to cut you. I swear to God.
Oh, you're gonna give me a hotel and stuff? Oh, that's cool. This is fun.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Hey, this is Jim Brewer. Hey, dudes, this is Lars Ulrich Metallica. Hey, this is Ozzy Osbourne. And you're listening to the Radio Freaks at RadioFreaks.what? What is it? What? RadioFreaks.tv. That's right, I said it.
Want to stay up on what's going on with the show? Like the Facebook page at facebook.com/The Radio Freaks and follow the show on Twitter at twitter.com/The Radio Freaks.
Yo, damn son. I was here to talk to you about Bro Flowers. Yeah, that's right, broflowers.com. If you needs to get Valentine's Day flowers for your mama, your baby mama, your shorty, or your secretary, broflowers.com is the place to go. Shit, we get you the freshest flowers money can buy. We use our assorted network of growers such as hospitals, churches, cemeteries, nursing homes, and those fucking gas stations where you could buy a rose for $1 and shit. We use all them to cut out the middleman and give you the best prices in town, son. Shit, we ain't kidding around. And yo, if you act today and enter in code word Obama when you place your order, you gonna get a free, that's right, a free vase courtesy of Maxwell House, son. Yeah, shit. Broflowers.com, when you got to get the best flowers for Valentine's Day.
Hey, it's your old pal, Dr. Steve.
And your little pal, Dr. Scott.
From Weird Medicine, the first and still only uncensored medical show in the history of broadcast radio, heard exclusively on riotcast.com and Sirius Channel 206 or XM Channel 103 at 10 p.m. Eastern or on demand.
Hey guys, it's your friend Dr. Scott from the Weird Medicine Show with Dr. Steve. A quick reminder that if you're like the rest of us, stressed out, worn out, and looking for a safe and effective, convenient alternative, give My Simply Herbals a try. Fatigue Reprieve will give you the boost of energy without all of the sugar or caffeine. Stress Less lowers anxiety and tension in a subtle but powerful way. The perfect stress-reducing formula. Give My Simply Herbals a try at simplyherbals.net. That's simplyherbals.net.
The Summer Olympics. Hundreds of events, thousands of athletes, millions of my stupid visa spots. Are you sick of hearing my ass? I am. Hell, I don't even use Visa. I'm old school, biatch. I use Diners Club, and that's when I pay for crap. Usually folks see me and go, put away your wallet, Shawshank. That breakfast burrito's on us. Visa. Proud sponsor of the Olympics for 25 years.
Hi, we're your local high-speed internet and cable provider. Are you looking for a fast, reliable internet connection? A large selection of your favorite HD TV channels? With 24/7 access to the best customer support technicians, all at a fair price? Fuck you. You'll take what we give you. You'll have the option of choosing from several of our completely unwarranted rip-offs, including internet speeds up to 200 times slower than Korea at twice the price, TV packages with over 500 channels, 90% of which you can't view, and we guarantee a plethora of hidden fees. Then, our barely trained technicians will come to install your services somewhere between the hours of 8 a.m. and 10 p.m. Knock once while you're in the shower, and promptly leave. And once we do finally get your service up and running, it'll be down and limping within 3 hours. Indefinitely. Why, you ask? Simple. We are part of what is called an oligopoly. It's like a monopoly, only legal. See, in closed-door meetings with 4 or 5 of the other major providers, we've secretly agreed not to have differing prices, allowing us to completely eliminate any competition and collectively raise our prices to optimum cockbag levels. Because we here at your local high-speed internet and cable provider don't believe in customer satisfaction. We believe in money. Pools of money. Looking for a better deal? You can gobble down our balls. You're paying for it. Your local high-speed internet and cable provider. You won't like it, and there's no other option.
If there's a black entertainment network, shouldn't there be a white entertainment network?
Do you say sorta racist stuff but stop short of saying the N-word? Enjoy the refreshing taste of diet racism. The same sweet ignorance of regular racism, but with none of the guilt or self-awareness.
You know I'm not racist, but I would never date an Asian guy. Ugh.
Diet racism. Because you're afraid of blacks and Latinos, but you'd never say that out loud. It's the perfect beverage for people who don't directly contribute to oppression, but have strong opinions about how other cultures should handle it.
Stopping press shouldn't be a problem if you got nothing to hide.
For that busy, on-the-go professional who doesn't have the strength to admit he's been given at least a slight advantage by being born white.
The Irish were persecuted too, you know.
For the stay-at-home mom who hates affirmative action because she doesn't remember that black kids had to be escorted to school by the army.
My kids would have a way easier time getting into college if they were minorities.
Diet racism. Because you just don't get it. The official beverage of the Washington Redskins.
If you missed any part of the show, download it.
Shit, I can download it? Tell me where, announcer guy, I'm confused.
You can listen to the Radio Freaks every week right from your smartphone. Check us out on iTunes and on Stitcher Radio. Both available in the Apple Store and Google Play.
Like a lot of people, I love to smoke. But my friends and family always make me go outside to do it. So that's why I now use e-meth. It's crystal meth, but electronic. So it produces vapor instead of smoke. And that means I can ride the ice pony anywhere I want.
Smoking is a social thing for me. Without my meth pipe, I don't know what to do with my hands. But now I do know what to do with them. Smoke meth. It's good.
Thanks to E-Meth, now I don't even need to leave the bar to get my sweet shabu shabu. Mama can smoke that chunky white crunch anywhere. At the office, at the grocery store, in a bathtub in the middle of the road. Or face down in a big old tire.
E-Meth is healthier because it doesn't contain antifreeze. But it still has that great meth taste.
E-Meth lets me get totally gacked up on Whoop Chicken without yellowing my teeth. See? Perfectly white. What? Hello? This is he.
Thanks to E-Meth, I can now even smoke inside my favorite restaurant.
Excuse me, sir. You can't smoke meth in here.
It's okay. It's electronic.
I don't care. You in my living room and you naked.
E-Meth is not for everyone. Talk to your doctor if you experience body rot, face melt, painful death, or fatigue.
E-Meth. You know it's good because it's blue, bitch.
Here at Google, we've been trying pretty hard to get you to use Google+. We've even gone so far as to make you sign up for Google+ to comment on YouTube. But a lot of you still don't seem to want to play ball. That's why we're proud to introduce Google Blackmail, a free new service that works like this. Either you sign up for Google+, or we release all the private information we know about you. You see, incognito mode was a straight-up lie. And thanks to Blackmail, if you don't do what we say, we are prepared to tell all of your friends and family that your search history includes Scared of Dark age 30, Modell's Sporting Goods good date spot, farted and it hurt causes, how to get better at sports no exercise, is OkCupid broken if no response, Glenn Close pussy slip, what is France, bestiality legal wear, Pen 15 Club real or bogus, and adult male capes. Luckily, Google Blackmail is as easy as ABC. A lot of you agree to let our corporation control every aspect of your online life. Or be ready for everyone you know to see that you watched a YouTube video called How to Suck Your Own Dick Tutorial. And keep in mind, we know more than just your search history. We have all 13 backpedaling apology emails you wrote to your coworker after begging to sleep with them at the holiday party. We have a Street View photo of that time you ate a third of a meatball parm sub out of a trash can. We know that last Friday night you went to see About Time by yourself and then changed your GChat status to Hella Great Night for a Party. We have every video sex chat you had with your long-distance girlfriend 3 years ago, and we won't release the hot parts, just the parts where you're trying to angle the screen to make your dick look bigger. You've been voluntarily providing us with the means to ruin you for years, so make the right choice and help us make Google Plus just like Facebook. Something you hate, but is so connected to everything that you feel forced to use it. Google Blackmail. We're just being evil now.
They said Michael Phelps would never succeed as a swimmer. They were wrong. They said Michael Phelps would never win gold. They were wrong. They said Michael Phelps would never smoke a doob the size of a baby arm. They were wrong. Visa, proud sponsor of the Olympics for 25 years.
I'm Vinnie Brand, and this is the world-famous Stress Factory Comedy Club. Every single weekend, right here in New Brunswick, the biggest names in the business. Get some great food and a cold beer, and you'll see the best stand-up comics the country has to offer. Log on to StressFactory.com to buy your tickets and check out all the best show information. Or call us at 732-545-4242. The Stress Factory. Your friends are right. This place is great.
Do you like your podcast with interviews, guests, comedians, maybe unwarranted opinions about this wacky, kooky election? Well, too bad, and fuck you. Hi, it's Tony, your favorite host from the Radio Freaks, and I'm here with my co-host, Montez here. Tune in every week to our show, The Anticast, where we talk about whatever the fuck we want. Hip-hop, sports, Hollywood, even relationships, and much more every week live, anticast.live, not .com. Sundays, 9 p.m. Eastern, and we'll see you fuckers there.
Subscribe to the show on iTunes, Stitcher Radio. Follow the show at Anticast Live on Twitter. Brian's a fact.
When my mom is a my daddy goes to AshleyMedicine.com. There he can lots of other women. When I grow up, I'm going to be an Ashley Madison man. Because my daddy's raising me without any moral compass whatsoever. Ashley Madison, find your lovers here. Why exactly are we singing this? Daddy, what's a rotisserie?
Hi, this is Nina Hartley, and you're listening to The Radio Freaks at radiofreaks.tv.
Welcome back to the Radio Freaks. If you missed the first half of the show, Brian flubbed his way through an interview with someone famous. If you'd like to participate in the show tonight, call 951-373-2570. That's 951-FREAKS-0. Now, back to the show for more of the same shit you used to.
Welcome back to the Radio Freaks, radiofreaks.tv.
What's up?
Show. If you'd like to call the show tonight, 706. God damn it, why do I do that?
I don't even know what area code that is.
I think it's Alabama, actually.
I'm just waiting for you to give out your personal phone number one time.
That's not going to happen. But for 5 years, almost, I said the same number. It's Atlanta. 706 is Atlanta.
Well, what is the actual number? You
951-FREAKS-0. That's 951-373-2570. I should put it in front of me instead of off to my right. 951 is California. So, it's California zip code, area code, zip code. Stupid.
I don't know why you picked that number.
Because it was what I could get to spell out freaks in some form. Literally, that was the reason. That was it. I could spell freaks with it. So that's why I got it.
Did you try 855 numbers?
No, because it costs more.
Oh, that's what I got.
855 is toll free, but
yeah, it makes you sound more legit, even though we're not.
Look, I pay for enough goddamn shit to keep this shit show on the air. I couldn't
spare it.
Couldn't do it. Not at that
Can't
time.
spare
anyway.
a square.
So if you want to call the show tonight, 951-373-2570. It's 951-FREAKS-0. Joining us in moments, the very beautiful Samantha Saint will be on the show. So if you're listening for her, she will be here on the show in a few minutes. I'm going to mention this to her when she comes on the show, but beautiful eyes.
That's what you're looking at?
Without sounding gay, I mean, yeah.
Eyes aren't gay.
Huh?
Doesn't looking. Never mind. Let's go.
What? That I wasn't staring at other parts of her body. I'm just saying.
Don't be offensive, okay?
Huh?
Don't be offensive.
Look, just because you're gay.
Oh. Then I did compliment that one chick on her teeth for some strange reason.
Huh.
Forget her name. She was on the show. Well, I'm a hypocrite.
I don't
I don't care for eyes. I don't
always gravitate.
Eyes.
I don't always gravitate to the tits or the ass or. Just saying.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't really care. I'm like, oh, what color are your eyes? And
really?
Oh, why? Who cares? What do I care?
I guess for you,
preferences on what color eyes they like.
I'm just saying.
Sometimes, I'm saying in general.
Sometimes women have really pretty eyes, and
I
it's
have
nice
really
to
pretty
point them
eyes.
out. I've been told I have
get
really
mentioned all the
pretty eyes.
time.
I've been told that as well.
Oh, don't.
Not that you have really pretty eyes.
Only I have, all right?
Huh?
Can't take my compliment thing and use it as your own.
Oh, stop. I do. I don't have a whole lot else going for me, so let me have
You know what? That's a good point. I'll let you have that one. Gotta take as much as you can get, pal.
So.
And again, I'm sitting here with a black eye, so.
Still?
It's pretty much gone, but.
I'm gonna say.
My tooth isn't gonna fall out of my head, but there could be some nerve damage in there, so I might need to get a root canal at some point.
Did you ever go to the doctors?
No, but I went to the dentist.
And?
I just said my teeth are fine.
Well,
as far as the one that was loose, there might be some nerve damage, and if that happens, I might need to get a root canal. Which I've never had, and I heard they're not fun.
They're not pleasant, no. And you smoke, so you could wind up with dry socket if you smoke. And they tell you not to smoke for, I forget what it is, 24 to 36 hours or something like that. Maybe 40.
After you get a root canal?
Yeah, it might be 48 hours.
I mean, I can do that. It's fine. I haven't smoked today.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Good for you.
Oh, thank you.
See if you could.
What the fuck is this?
Do the same thing again tomorrow.
Okay.
I'm just saying. I'm just trying to be supportive, and you're turning it into like that I'm a douche.
You are.
Well, yeah. I mean, but that aside. So.
And there's blood in my eye, too, so that's probably not too pretty. I'm like Two-Face still. Only one side of my face is good. The other side is just horrid.
Well, you are Two-Face.
Oh, good one. See, this is a work. Us pretending we don't like each other.
Yeah. No, us
Then
pretending.
I break off and do my own show on Saturday nights.
We do like each other. That's a work.
Fuck afternoons. I'm going to weekends. Saturday nights. The Saturday Night Virus.
We already do our own fucking shows. Except you just happen to be on this. I am seriously considering that one other idea. I don't know if anybody listened to it, but
what other idea?
Re-releasing as solo podcasts the individual interviews that we've done with comedians over the past. Actually, and the adult film stars too, but.
Also, we're going to be doing this. Do you want to talk about the Snapchat thing idea?
Let's flush it out a little bit more.
Okay. I think it'll be fun, though.
So that we have it in place. That was an awesome fucking idea. I really was excited about that.
Yeah, it'll be good.
So
the listeners will benefit from it immensely. I do believe, if we can somehow work out something with Lady and the guests.
So
you guys might be seeing
I don't
some
know
fruit.
how the logistics behind that would work out.
What'd you say?
I don't know how the logistics behind that would work out.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
Only because then, we'll talk about it behind the scenes.
We're having show meetings on the actual show.
Well, this is what happens.
I know.
This is what happens. I'm just gonna say this is what happens. Joining us
got no
in
chemistry,
moments,
Brian. We got no chemistry.
Well, that's it, and the fact that we're doing two separate shows. So, fuck you.
What are you getting? What are you getting? Jealous?
I'm tired of your shit. I really am.
You getting jealous of Montez?
No, Montez is jealous of me. Let's get that straight right away.
Oh.
All right.
Wow.
Let's get
He's
that
mad that
straight right
is he? I never heard this. He's mad that I'm doing your show still.
He's not jealous of you. That's for sure.
Wow.
Montez and I are actually going to sit you down and tell you that we're going to wait, but I guess the cat's out of the bag now. Montez and I are actually going to do a show together.
Well, where does that leave me?
Afternoons.
I'm gonna have to find guests.
Afternoons.
My show every day.
Yeah, I guess.
Or just talk to myself.
You're a lunatic. That should work well.
I mean, I don't want to do that. Sounds like you guys are pushing me out.
Well, I mean, it's not like your name's on the channel or anything.
It's not. It's the radio.
It's been coming It's been a long time in coming.
Oh, you guys are like Brian Montez show.
Your Twitter account's pretty racist, and
what?
You know, I'm being told that you have to go.
All right, see ya.
So.
I mean, I'm pretty much what I'm going to do for the next 45 minutes. Anyways.
I wish we had that kind of just fucking... Nobody would give a shit. I don't think.
If we actually had a falling out?
Yeah. I would replace you. I'd get another fucking co-host, and it would be...
Yeah, and I'd just go on with my life.
Radio Freaks fucking 10.0, or whatever it is. Let's see. I've had John, No Fate John, Danica Dillon, Alexa Ames, and then your dumbass. So I guess it would be 5.0. The Radio Freaks 5.0.
5's a good number.
Yeah, 5's a nice round number.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I would just move on with my life like I normally would. Nothing would change. I would just have more free time on Wednesday nights. Actually, it sounds kind of appealing now.
Sounds like a good idea. Let's look into this shit.
I could be looking for work right now.
You would finally be able to come out to the East Coast without all that pressure.
It's true.
I bet you one of the first places you would go would be headquarters, too. You little fuck.
I've never been to a strip club. We know this.
Well, if you come out here, I will take you. And it's a shame that you're not in town already, because tomorrow night, Headquarters Gentlemen's Club is the 11th anniversary of Headquarters Gentlemen's Club. And they're doing it up right. They have two very beautiful adult film stars, one of whom is a penthouse pet. So there's that. Who are going to be headlining at Headquarters Gentlemen's Club, featuring the entire evening. And they're going to have an amateur stripper contest, which is worth $500 if you happen to win. So if you're a hot girl and you'd like to participate, feel free to email Lainey and let her know. And again, tomorrow night, Headquarters Gentlemen's Club in New York City. Nice time to get tongue twisted, stupid. For more information, go to hqnewyork.com. It's located at 552 West 38th Street in New York City. And for more information, 212-967-4646. And on the phone now, our guest for this evening, penthouse pet and beautiful all-around adult film star, Samantha Saint. How are you, Samantha?
Hi, guys. I'm well. How are you?
Good. Welcome to the Radio Freaks. I got to say, I'm very excited to talk to you. And this is going to sound like a lame thing to say. I was discussing this with Tony, who just stepped away real quick. But my co-host and I were discussing this a few minutes ago. Do a lot of guys tell you have beautiful eyes, or is that just like an afterthought when guys meet you? Are they paying attention to other things?
I've heard that before, but it's normally when I'm looking up with them. I don't know how sincere it is, but I always say thank you.
Fair enough.
Yes.
I think if you're looking up at a guy for the reasons of orally pleasuring him, I'm sure that
I didn't say that.
All right, fair enough.
You can come up with your own conclusion from
exactly
there. But I always
right.
say thank you.
Exactly
Thank you.
right.
I have heard it before, and I always say thank you.
Is that normally one of the first things they say, though, or do they normally notice something else about you?
You know, honestly, it actually is one of the things that they say, and it's one of the things that I was naturally born with, so that's nice.
Yes, there's that.
Mine, so it's nice. Thank you, they're mine, and I don't wear contacts or anything like that, so it's nice to hear.
Well, that's good. It's one of the. I mean, obviously, not one of the larger portions of your body, but at least you were born with them. So there's that.
Yes.
Not that there's anything wrong with other parts of your body either, but Without getting, and you can tell me to mind my fucking business, but I'm just curious, what were your breasts before you got them enlarged to the 34 double D?
Oh, like nothing.
Really?
Nothing.
Really?
Yeah.
That's surprising.
Like negative A. Yeah.
What? There can't be such a thing as negative A. I don't think you have negative A.
I think so. I mean, I've always had a butt, but I just never had boobs.
Huh. Interesting. And when did
I
you?
thought that I would buy them.
When did you decide that you were going to buy them? Was this before you got into the industry? Because I haven't seen any pictures of you without, the breasts that you have now. So I'm guessing
It was
this
definitely before.
Yeah.
But the twisted thing was, it was actually a high school graduation gift from my mother,
Oh,
and
all right.
she wanted to get hers done too. So
That's kind of cool. Little mother-daughter
I
bonding
volunteered
thing.
to go first.
All right.
Yeah.
Nice. I've always been curious how that process, not obviously how the getting implants process works. I know how that works, but how women go about choosing, who they're going to have do this. Because you've seen, especially even in the industry, you'll see women that have really good boob jobs, and you'll have girls that are just a fucking train wreck with their tits.
Oh, of course, yes. Well, when I first got them done, it was more about, I grew up in Tennessee. That's where I was when I got them done. So there was a name that we heard, and like, okay, let's go with this guy. And they weren't big enough. I wasn't happy with them. So now I've had a total of 3. Second one I got in Denver, they weren't that great. And the third time around, the best place to get them, I got them done in LA, so in Beverly Hills.
Huh,
so
okay.
I think I've hit my maximum size, and I'm happy with them, and I found the right doctor, so I'm just going to stick with that.
Well, that's good. That's good. Do you?
Yeah.
I would imagine as somebody with implants, you constantly get the guys also that not only show great affection for your large breasts, but also other guys that were like, "Oh, you should have not gotten implants, and you were fine without them."
I've never heard that. I've never
really?
heard that.
Huh. That's interesting. Well, I guess probably because nobody knew you before you got them.
Exactly.
So I guess you wouldn't get that. That's interesting.
Yeah.
One thing when I was doing my research about you today, and I don't, Wikipedia is not always very reliable, but it was very difficult to find a bio page for you.
Yeah.
But it said that you were an advocate, and I think that this is really smart, so I want to talk to you about this. An advocate for advice in the industry. What you would tell people that are getting into the industry is to make sure that you get all of your intellectual rights up front.
Hold on, my alarm's going off.
What was that?
Okay, I couldn't hear you. I set an alarm, and it keeps reminding me to call you guys, and I'm here.
You definitely showed
got
up.
it. I just did an update on my iPhone, and I don't know how to work it. Okay, I'm an advocate for what?
For when people want to get into the industry, one of the biggest pieces of advice that you give them is to make sure that they secure their intellectual property right from the get-go.
Oh, absolutely. And, I was lucky from the beginning. The agent that I chose to sign with, she told me in the very beginning, once you choose your name, you buy the domain, because there's another agent out there who is known for giving a girl a name or helping them find that, and then from there he buys the domain, gets the trademark on it, and just becomes this big mess. So, let's help make you a star, so then from there I basically own everything that you become and you are, and your whole entity. So, it's just, I've seen it happen to a lot of friends, so it's been nice that I was steered in the right direction in the beginning. I was lucky in that sense. So, I think that's something that everyone has to think about when you get in. Everyone wants to be your friend.
Sure.
Everyone wants to help you.
Right.
But you have to look out for yourself, and you have to be smart about it. It is a business at the end of the day. It's not going to be around forever. So you have to be smart about your business and, of course, your money, and, look out for your own good, because no one else is going to do it for you.
I just thought that it was really cool and interesting, because I noticed that we interview adult film stars every week on this show, so we talk to a lot of you guys, and I've noticed when we try and promote websites or Twitter handles or Instagram accounts for different people. Just the weird combinations of name jumbling there seems to be just to promote a website or an Instagram or a Twitter account is crazy. And how you guys can't seem to, I mean, it's bad enough we talk to comedians also. It's bad enough that the comedians go through that, but you guys must have people just jumping all over your shit the minute, you become a name.
Well, and it's too, I think, when I thought about choosing a name, it's like I wanted something that you could remember. It was easy to spell. When you are looking to get the job done, I don't want you scrambling like, what's the spelling? How do I spell it again?
Right.
Or, was there 2 T's, 3 T's? I mean, I don't want any of that. It needs to be plain, simple. This is what it is. Know where to find it. Put it in Google search, and then you're going to find my official website. Cause you know how to spell Samantha Saint. So,
we were just.
It seems pretty simple and logical, but it's not always that way with everyone, I guess.
Right. I mean, even I don't. Are you familiar with Exotica?
I am.
So
I've never been, actually. They've never invited me. I would love to go, but I've never been.
Is it an invitation thing, or is it more of just doing something for the studio that you're working for, kind of thing? I thought.
I honestly have no idea. My understanding is that you get invited, but everything that I've done in the past has been through AVN, and they've always, there's an email. This is what we're doing. Here's the nomination party. This is the dates, and then of course the companies that I shoot for, I get booked out in advance to sign to them. But it's never been the case for Exotica. I would love to go because it seems like they have a big fan base and a big turnout, especially in this neck of the woods, So
yeah,
hopefully someone will invite me. I would like to go.
That's what we were just talking about, because we promote the Exotica show because we cover it every year. So we were just kind of giving their. We went there the first year and we broadcasted live from there, and then that was a clusterfuck because trying to get you guys trying to get you guys away from your booths long enough to even do a 5-minute interview, we were getting dirty looks from all sorts of people. So that didn't work out so well. But now we just walk around with a recorder and we do interviews that way and stuff like that. But it's much easier to do it that way. But I just
trial and error.
Yeah, we were promoting even to promote Exotica though. You have to spell it out because it sounds like EXO. But they've got the 3 X's in their name. So to say SamanthaSaint.com though, there's really only one way to spell that, unless you're illiterate and you put the I before the A. So, I mean...
So have you been there? Is that what you're saying? Because it was easy to find.
I have been there. So.
I like it. I just have a new update today, actually. So, what did you think?
I liked it. I liked it very much. The only way you're not going to get to SamanthaSaint.com is if you're illiterate and you put the I before the A and spell Samantha... AsianT.com.
Yeah, exactly.
Which you are definitely not Asian. So, not that there's anything wrong with that, but you're definitely not Asian. So that's not the name of this website.
I'm not. Nothing against it, but I am white, tall, southern, big hair, blue-green eyes.
You don't, and I noticed that too. You have, you don't have an accent. When did you lose your...
I can pull it out if you want me to. If I have a couple drinks, it really comes out. Like, hey.
That's something that happens with my wife, too. My wife is from the Outer Banks. So that happens to her a lot, too. So when when she drinks, it comes out. Or if she's on the phone with her family. Or if she's down there.
Exactly. That's how I am, too. Or they've been visiting. Or,
yes.
I just try to clean it up because sometimes I get tired of repeating myself. Like, what did you just say? So over the years of living in LA, I'm just, let's clean it up. I can get lazy with my enunciation later in the night when the whiskey starts flowing. So,
Yes.
So I'm just cleaning my act up a little bit for you guys.
Well, feel free to relax and be yourself. We're very non-judgmental.
It'll be out tomorrow night, though.
I'm sure. Yes, you're going to be there with Stormy Daniels, and you're going to be doing a feature all evening. And are you guys going to be running this talent show that they have going on there, the amateur stripper contest?
I sure hope so. I love going to strip clubs, like even before I got into the industry. So when I saw that it was at amateur night, I was like, I hope that I get to be a part of that executive decision making of where the cash is going. So it's going to be fun.
It's going to be
strip clubs, so I'm really excited.
A $500 grand prize to the winner of the amateur contest, and you're encouraged to bring out your best stripper material and put out your best show there for the guys and for Samantha and Stormy, and I'm sure Big John will be judging as well. But you could win $500, and that's not anything to sneeze at in this day and age. $500 is pretty good pocket money. So
exactly. And when I'm at the strip club too, like I'm known to tip. Like I just like to have fun and make it rain on girls too. So that's another incentive. I'm just there to have a good time with everybody. So
you're probably gonna walk if you're
interesting.
If you're hot and you're pretty decent at stripping, whether you win or not, you're probably gonna walk out of there with an extra couple $100 regardless.
Yeah.
So so there's that. It's well worth giving it a try, I would think. So we were talking about girls in the industry earlier who feature dance. Do you like doing features a lot? Is it give you a nice break from filming and stuff?
I absolutely love it. I mean, for me, it's more about getting to travel and go to different cities, and then coming face to face with the fans, and being able to interact that way. Because I mean, you can only go so far on social media, and things have just changed these days. I think it's important to interact that way, and I love doing it. I'm not a house dancer by any means. I don't know like crazy pole tricks. I leave that up to the professionals, but I know how to go out there. I bring tons of DVDs. I have T-shirts, 8x10s, magazines, and I make sure that they touch the important parts so that you can remember me afterwards. Nice. And clean up for my show. I do some pretty... my alarm's going off again. God.
She called.
A very interactive show with the crowd, so I love it, and I think that I would like to think the crowd loves it too. I'm out there to have a good time, and I walk out with a smile, I leave with a smile, and I hope everyone else has a smile on their face too.
And this is not something that you didn't start in the industry this way. There's a lot of girls in the industry who started dancing. This is not how you started either. So
I liked girls, and I wanted to figure out how to hook up with them because I was too shy to figure out that in my personal life.
I can't imagine that somebody that looks like you. Yes, I can imagine that you could be shy, but I can't imagine you really would have any problem getting anything you truly wanted, whether it be another girl or a guy or really anything.
Well, thank you, but I just don't know how to initiate it. So I'm like, hey, I don't know. What are you doing later? No, it never gets to that point.
Really?
I don't know.
Has it gotten easier for you being in the industry now?
Yeah, because I have a good group of friends, and I know, if we go out and drink and have a good time, like I'm pretty sure we can make out and do other things, and still wake up and be friends the next day. So it's fun.
Oh, all right. So it's more that you're just kind of indulging that side of your sexuality within your group of friends already. It's not like you're out there still trying to pick up girls.
Oh, I'm not saying that. I'm still taking applications.
I would imagine it would be an easier thing to accomplish once that aforementioned whiskey starts flowing.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Does that play into your decision making towards the end of the night? It makes it a lot easier for you to talk to girls.
Hey, my decision making is always on point, but it just definitely helps seal the deal.
I'm sure. I can't.
Don't you blame me?
Yeah, I can't imagine that somebody who looks like you would ever have any hard time picking up whatever it is that they want, and I don't see a whole lot of people saying no to you. So I wouldn't imagine it would be that difficult. So, I actually have. I didn't get a chance to meet you, but I got a chance to see you in person for the AVN Awards back in 2014, which was really pretty cool. You and Chanel did a great job hosting. And
thank you.
I personally, and I'm just going to throw this out there, this is just my personal opinion, I didn't get Rebecca, but I mean, that's fine. But I thought it was really, really cool, and I was very lucky to be able to sit with your coworkers, your compadres that down there on the ground level, because I actually went with Danica Dillon as
okay, yeah.
She was co-hosting this show at that time, so I went with Danica Dillon, and that was cool to sit with. I was a couple seats away from Nina Hartley, and was just surrounded by huge names in the industry, and it was really cool to kind of be an outsider on the inside, just watching that special night for you guys. Do you ever get nervous when you do those types of shows? I mean, I know that celebrities get nervous before award shows. Do you guys get nervous before award shows too, like them?
Of course. I mean, that was definitely a huge night for both me and Chanel. I mean, I was nervous. I wanted to remember, of course, the script, and it was on the teleprompter. I didn't want to stumble over anything, and I did stumble once, but I just had to catch myself and realize, you know what? I've had sex with most of the people in this room that I can see, at least.
Right.
And, we're just all here to celebrate each other and everything that we've accomplished throughout the year. And it was a great night. And I still can't believe that they chose me to do it, to be honest. So it's something that I'll always remember. It was awesome, and I was definitely nervous. Absolutely. So nervous.
I was curious about the nervous thing, because I was thinking kind of like the way you're thinking, that
Did I look like I had it together?
You definitely look like you had it together, but
Thank you.
Was more so that I mean, you're really familiar with a lot of the people that were on that floor, so I just wasn't sure, like, if they're people that you're very familiar with, sometimes your anxiety level will go way down. And I just didn't know if that played a part into it, or if that was something that really didn't matter because it was, an award show, and that brought its own anxiety.
It definitely helped, the fact that I knew everyone, but I think once we got going with the show, it went by so quickly. I'm like, my adrenaline's going, and then before I knew it, the show was over. So it was more the build up to it.
Sure.
And being on the convention floor the days beforehand, and then thinking about, like, oh God, I'm only 2 days away, or I'm only 1 day away before, hosting the big show. But I mean, it was a big deal. I'm so happy that I didn't pass out up there. I did it. Throw up or something.
You did just fine. It's fine.
Thank you. Thank you.
I DVR'd it. I still have it on my DVR, and I go back and I watch it from time to time. Not just because it was an interesting program to watch, but because I can actually pick myself out on the floor.
Oh, I love it.
So I go back and I watch it. But
it was good crowd shots. They had the.
Yes.
I think that was the year that they had the
fleshlight
blimp floating around.
Blimp. Yes.
Fleshlight blimp going around. So they got the crowd shots.
Yes, that was very, very cool.
Yeah.
We were talking earlier about feature dancing, and you mentioned that you like going out feature dancing. Do you have a tendency to get super wild out there? Do you wind up not? I mean, obviously you're very entertaining all the time, but I mean, do you ever just let yourself go and get completely crazy when you're out on the road, or is it always calculated?
It's calculated, because I feel like, it's normally 3 nights. So the first day is the travel day. I'm usually tired. I'm nervous. I want to get acquainted with the club, the girls, get a feel for everything, figure out the stage. The second night, that's the night that I throw down, if I have a 3-night gig, because I'm like, okay, I know the place. I know the girls. I know the stage. I can sleep in tomorrow so I can be hungover. And then the next day is last night, so I really want to put on a really good show to end it really well, but then I know that I'm not going to be able to sleep more than likely, because my flight leaves from the airport so early. So I try to pace my drinking, or not drink,
Gotcha.
or only have one drink, let's be honest, something like that. So that I'm just not dying on an airplane, because I've done that before. It's awful.
Yeah, I would imagine, and especially living in LA, that flight is not an easy flight if you're going coast to coast. So that's a long ass flight. And you're probably getting bothered on the flight. People want to talk to you, all that other shit. So it's not even like you can sleep on the flight really either, is there?
Right.
So.
I try to, and a lot of times at the airport, if someone recognizes me, they just kind of stare for a while and don't really say anything. So I usually travel with a scarf and wear something with a hood so I can cover my face, and I always have a window seat. So
sweatpants
I do what
and a
I
hoodie.
need to do to get home.
Yeah, sweatpants and a hoodie so you can hide.
And bruised knees.
Ah,
so
that's because
it's all worth it.
People are admiring your eyes. That's what it is.
It's all worth it.
People are admiring your eyes. That's why you're getting such bruised knees all the time because you're constantly looking up at them. I love that. Nobody's ever told me to shut up before. That's pretty good. The reason why
you're laughing at your own jokes.
Yeah, exactly. The reason why I asked is because we were talking earlier, and I felt really, really bad because I went out recently to an adult club down here that I used to work at out here on the East Coast. And Teegan Presley and Alexis Texas were featuring here recently, and Alexis got hurt walking from the bar to the stage. There's a 3-foot gap, and she misjudged it and face planted.
Oh yeah, some of those are like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I just was curious if you've ever had any, sketchy, dangerous type of.
Sometimes I think I should wear a helmet, but
that's pretty much all of us.
Look sexy.
That's pretty much all of us.
I just want to give you guys a fair warning. My battery's at 2%, so if I drop, it's not because I hung up. I just wanted to let you know.
You're finally done with us. That's really what it is.
No. Am I going to see you guys tomorrow? I hope so.
I'm going to try and make it up there, absolutely. And you're going to be there with Stormy Daniels. Are you guys going to be performing together, or are you just kind of planning your own separate things?
Separately.
Okay, separately.
Yeah.
Nice. So it's 2 times the fun.
We'll be cheering each other on and cheering on the amateur girls, but we're doing our own thing, and we'll be hanging out afterwards, doing the VIPs and lap dances and, the merch and everything. So we'll be around.
Nice. Very cool. And if you're interested in doing the amateur stripper contest, which Samantha is eagerly hoping that they will ask her to be involved in helping judge, you can get that information by going to hqnewyork.com or calling 212-967-4646. Headquarters Gentlemen's Club, for those of you that have never been there before, is 552 West 38th Street, right across from the Jacob Javits Convention Center, which Comic-Con is going on this weekend. So that should be interesting. You should get a whole interesting crowd there right across the street from Comic-Con. So that'll be pretty cool.
That's right. I heard that. I should have brought my Rainbow Bright outfit.
There you go. Do you enjoy doing cosplay as part of feature dancing?
No, but I think I should. Maybe that'll be in this new year. I'll get into it more.
Nice. Interesting.
I
didn't know if you were. I mean, some girls are into the nerdy aspect of performing for guys, and some really aren't that interested in it. So I didn't know.
I want to get into it. It's going to be a new adventure.
Really? That's cool.
Yeah.
That's very nice.
Yeah.
And people definitely should check out your website, which is SamanthaSaint.com. Like you just said, you have a new update up there, and it's it's laid out very nice. I like the tile aspect to it, where people can just click on all sorts of different things and go right to where they want to see you. So that's interesting.
Yes. And I also have a web store on there, so all of the costumes that I've worn before, you can buy those on there, and you can also find my social media on there, contact me, and buy custom videos. So that's the place to go, SamanthaSaint.com.
Good stuff. And they can follow you on Twitter at Miss Saint XXX. And you have an Instagram we can plug for you too, or?
Yes, it's Samantha_Saint.
There you go.
On Instagram.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Well, thank you guys so much. I hope you have a good night, and hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow at the club.
Yes, we would love to have you back on anytime you'd like, so definitely stay in touch.
Thank you.
Have a great night, Samantha.
So much.
And good luck tomorrow night.
All right.
All right.
Thanks.
Bye-bye. Samantha Saint, ladies and gentlemen. Again, you can follow her on Twitter at Miss Saint XXX, Samantha_Saint on the Instagram, and SamanthaSaint.com for the website. Did you ever come back?
Yeah, I'm here.
You said one thing, and I couldn't even hear what it was in the middle of the interview.
I know. I tried to chime in a few times, but it's just...
You should.
I did. It just sucks It just sucks because it's usually like a one-liner, but I'm not going to repeat it because it just loses the spontaneity of it, and it ruins the joke.
Well, there's that. There's
fucking Skype.
Well, we encourage you to go, again, check out Headquarters Gentlemen's Club tomorrow night. It's going to be fun. It really will be. If you've never been up there for an event before, the anniversary shows can get pretty wild. The only thing that I have noticed get any wilder than a anniversary party is Big John's birthday. So that's the only other thing that I've seen get crazier than an anniversary show. So if you're in the area, maybe you're going to Comic-Con tomorrow. I know that Uncle Eddie will be there. I know that E-Rock will be there. So if you're going to see one of those two guys, or you happen to be going to Comic-Con, definitely go up there. It's right across the street. You'll have a good time. If you happen to have a hot girlfriend or hot friend with you who wants to participate in the amateur striptease contest from 10 to 11, first place will net you $500. So, and Samantha will be out there making it rain for the girls as well. So, and I'm sure you probably get felt up by a porn star.
Yeah, if you're jizz in your pants, you fucking 2-minuter.
I meant the girls participating in the amateur strip club contest.
Oh, whoops.
The amateur stripper contest, you jackass. But go see Stormy Daniels and Samantha Saint tomorrow night at Headquarters Gentlemen's Club. Again, SamanthaSaint.com. Follow her on Instagram, Samantha_Saint. And check her out on the Twitter, Miss Saint XXX. Sorry about that. And follow us on the Twitter, at The Radio Freaks. Follow Tony, at Trash Can Lives. Follow me, at Wood Floor Liquor. Check out the Anticast Live on Twitter, anticast.live, broadcasting Saturday nights at anticast.live.
Yes.
Tony's solo project. So low, we wish we couldn't hear him.
Yikes.
And yeah, so that's it. Welcome back, buddy.
I'm here. I'm alive still.
Now that we've figured out your audio situation, now you'll be all set to do your own podcast, and you'll sound great from the beginning, as opposed to
my
halfway
podcast sounds
through.
fine.
As opposed to well, that's right, because you're not using your Skype audio.
Yeah.
On your show.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm alive. I'm good. When you hear the gunshot, then you'll know.
Well, there's that. We can
Do it
always
live
pray
on the
for
air,
that.
make it interesting.
Huh?
I said I'll do it live on the air, make it interesting.
Could you do it from this show? Not on your own show?
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it.
Because that way, I mean, I'm just thinking ratings.
Yeah, no, they'll go through the roof.
Yeah. So there's that.
We should have ended. God damn it, we should have ended the show.
Well, it would have been better if you didn't say anything, you asshole. Just go with the bit.
I couldn't really tell. It was a little muff. It was a little shitty.
Anyway, broadcasting live every week right here on Wednesday nights, 9 to 11 on the East, 6 to 8 on the West Coast. Check us out every week, radiofreaks.tv. Subscribe to us on iTunes. Subscribe to us on Stitcher Radio, available for both the Apple and Android platforms. And we'll be right here next week, 9 p.m. East, 6 p.m. West, with more fun and entertainment for you. Until then, see ya!